Welcome to the House of Pain. Yes, Love Them Knives channel. We're going to talk about Ontario Knife Company, the big dog, Cerberus. Greetings, my friends. Yeah, the Cerberus. It's a big knife. Got this from White Mountain. What do you think, Flanagan? Good luck, please. Let the audio stay intact, this whole thing. We don't have any bumps or bruises. But the Cerberus, big knife. I thought it was an interesting looking knife. Didn't really say anything about the knife designer per se, who it was. Sometimes there is a collaborative thing, sometimes not. Check it out. Ontario knife, made in Taiwan. The Cerberus. I probably haven't done an OKC knife since, well, probably since the Rat 2 and D2, and then maybe the Carter Squared, it could have been. The Carter Squared, which I trashed summarily on my channel because there were just so many little things, not little things, big things wrong with it. It's like, where was this knife made? I mean, in the depths of, I don't know where. It can't have been made in Taiwan. I mean, Taiwan's supposed to be a step above, right? Get them made in Taiwan, not in China per se, because it'll just be a little bit quality, a little bit better quality. No, that's not the case anymore, apparently. This is the Cerberus. Like I said, it's a big knife. It's not a flipper. It's got dual thumb studs. It's got titanium frame. It's got a D2 steel blade. It's got a thumb ramp from craziness and jimping from hell. And it's okay. You know, I've got a big old thick callus here, so it ain't tearing me up too bad. And it's got a funky choil in here, sharpening choil, which is nice to have a sharpening choil. But if they would have just rolled it out a little bit further out here a little bit, instead of kind of curving it back in here, it could have been usable, but it ain't usable for me. No siree. So if they would have rolled that open a little bit more, you could have had it go forward, especially on a big old, almost 4-inch blade, 9 inches overall. And it ain't lightweight. But one thing about this knife that the Carter Squared is not, this doesn't have any sharp corners, no gotchas here. This is very nicely finished and rounded, okay? So no gotcha stuff. Now, the problem is, where's my paperwork on this? I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can get my paperwork on the Cerberus, because it is, of course, it'll be the last thing I pull up, right? Yeah, I got mine from White Mountain Knives. Here it is, $109.95, 10% LTK discount gets you to what? About $100. And it's the 1776. Description, here you go. Style, like I said, 9 1/4 overall. 3.75 is very conservative on that blade. Blade thickness, D2 steel at 59 to 60. Hardness, drop point, flat grind, satin plane, 5.5-inch handle. And if you want just all the stats, and then you can go down here. 6.2 ounces. It's a heavy dog. It's titanium. It'll go left and right hand. Tip up. Frame lock, of course. And here's what it looks like took apart, which is bitch number one. Bitch number one. Really? I don't know, but I'm not big on synthetic washers. I'm really not. This deserves bronze washers in here. They will smooth out over time. I really like bronze better. I really do. I'm not big on nylon wash. You can get replacements of these, though, real easy at Knife Supply online. So, I mean, that's one thing you can. And they did put a hardened steel insert. in here. I don't see an over travel stop. And this little piece in here fits in here. So this is where you can pull your pocket clip out, and then you could go the other way. Here's the front scale and the blade stop, and then the various hardware. Take a look. See? Now you could pull this out, turn it around, and come through here. So you could do right hand or left hand. It's kind of weird. You'd think this should push down and be flush here. But, I mean, who was it? Oh, his username is Bubba Peppers. He said, what do you think? Lanyard? And I think, yeah, I think you're right. I think this is an opening here to, to be able to thread a lanyard through it. So you could do that. The design's nice. I don't mind the design at all. And when I first got it, oh man, it was pretty stiff. I took it apart like I showed you, put it back together, adjusted the pivot just right. There's nothing on this side. I think I kind of had to hold it a little bit because I was turning the whole pivot because it's just a round pivot. But yeah, it worked. Got it undone. Big old backspacer, big long backspacer. So you know this is a big dog. Here's the PM2, Paramilitary 2 Rex. Rex doesn't look very big compared to this dog. Well, it's an inch difference. 9 1/4, 8 1/4. Put the tape to the blade. See if you think that 3.75 is a little conservative. I mean, I'm looking at 4. What are you looking at? Where's 3.75? Where's 3 3/4? Up here, maybe, yeah. But I mean, where things happen, you're down here to 4 at the back of the choil. Now, cutting length, 3 and almost 3 3/4. So you got 96 to 100 millimeter length blade and 23 centimeters and 9 inches. I don't know where they get 9 1/4. Maybe trying to stretch out with this little bump on the end of the pocket clip. So I called it 9. They say it's 9 1/4. I don't see 9 1/4, but yeah, 23 centimeters. I'd say 100 millimeter blade. Big dog. Flat grind D2 steel. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, it should be pretty usable. And pretty sharp right out of the box. Here's the box. God bless you. Not much. Not much. Looks like it's named after the mythological three-headed dog. Oh, was he the guy in Hades? The Greek Cerberus folder. There you go. So, yeah, it's a bad dog. Yeah, it is. And I don't know if I want to drop this. I don't know if it will. It's still fairly tight. It doesn't have bearings, so it's not going to have that drop to it. You can flick it open. And you know what? It's actually behaving pretty good. When I first got this, wow, I had lock stick from hell on here. And I'm going, well, it's got an insert. Still had lock stick from hell. Still got a little bit of lock stick. Check this out. Okay, check this out. Yeah, you hear that little tick? Still got it. Tick. It'll probably get better over time, or you can try some remedy stuff on it, some different things. Put some magic marker where it makes contact. Put a little film of that on there, or some different types of things. But or you can try and smooth it with a stone or diamond stone or whatever. I've done that in the past too, but I think this will kind of work itself out. But it was a really bad lock stick at first. Other than that, hey, it's a big dog. Kind of like the design. It's heavy. I guess if it was a little cheaper, I'd like it a little bit better, you know. $100 after just 110 before. 6.2, 176 grams. It's heavy for a carrier, you know, but it's big and heavy, and there's guys that don't mind it, and I don't either. I can do 6.2, 6.3, not a problem. But you got plenty of room on that handle. I mean, plenty of room. And you got traction here. You got jimping on this lock bar. And, you know, the lock bar is kind of widened out with the way they've machined it open here. So it's pretty easy to disengage. Not a difficult situation. Ooh, Lord. Hold on. Let's see if we can do something here. Correct my camera. I got excited. 13.8, 0.54. Let's get something with a better readout here. So that's not that fat a handle. And about 3 millimeter blade stock. Is that all? Okay, 3 point. Up here. 3.3, somewhere like that. So 3.3 be like little over an 1/8 inch, 0.128. So it's not unusually heavy blade stock. Nice flat grind. So it should be very usable for piercing, slicing, you know. Good contact patch. Pretty good. Better than a flipper. Ergos are good, and there's so much extra room on this handle. So much extra room. Reverse grip, a little hard to reach up here because of this sticking up here. If we didn't have that extra, it'd be a little bit more comfortable. And that handle is long. That handle is long. What, 5 1/4? But yeah, for big hands, this is a really good knife. If you like this design, and that's kind of what it all kind of boils down to. Do you like the design of the knife? I was kind of taken by it. I do like a thumb ramp on a blade. I like that. This full flat grind, I like. At least they have a sharpening choil here, and it's very smooth and rounded. See the contours on the titanium scale? It really fills the hand, so it's smooth that way. So, I mean, this is just one of those ones that, you know, it either lights your fire or it doesn't. I'm kind of a little bit, I don't know. I guess, you know, there's just so much out there. I guess I'm not feeling this one per se. You know, I'm not feeling this one per se. But it's interesting. That's why I grabbed it up. I just thought, I haven't done an OKC knife for a while. And you know what? This is big. I wonder how it feels action-wise. And, you know, sometimes knives are so much different in hand that they really make you either like it a lot more or a lot less. And this one, neither. I really liked it style-wise when I saw it online. And then the lock stick and the washers. I mean, if I was going to keep this knife, I'm flipping to some bronze washers for long term. But you have to get them pretty thin. Other than that, I'd put bronze washers in here. And I think you'd be good to go. That lock stick's fading as time goes by, so that's not horrible. Big dog, long, good user, probably a good work knife. Then again, it's $100, so you decide. This is what I've come to. It's one of those also rans, but Not inspiring as far as like one I'd want to collect or keep. And yeah, but as far as a user, yeah, maybe. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Time to get out of here. Right, Flanagan? We'll leave them alone. We'll be back with another knife review very soon, because you know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.